Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Now I would like to present our paper with the title Smartphone Application Using Fintech in Jakarta Transportation for Shopping in the Marketplace. Well, this research paper, based on the working with the bachelor degree student, we try to analyze what become the problem with on our daily basis in Jakarta. As you already know, Jakarta as the capital city for the Indonesia. So there's a lot of problem here, yeah, particularly in morning and this is for the going to the office or the schools in the morning between 7 a.m. to let's say 10 a.m. and the office uh, when the finish office and the schools here, particularly at the evening, because there are two times as well for the student. They go to the at noons and then they go back to the house at the evening. So this has become a problem as well. There's a lot of traffic jams. So based on that, we try to propose how to combine the transportation and the marketplace here. So in this case, we try to engage the people, how to reduce the number of private vehicle, such as using the motorcycle, because there's a lot of motorcycle as well in Jakarta. There's some other people they like to travel with their own private vehicle with the cars. Yeah. So in this case, we try to give the some stimulus to people how to reduce using their private vehicle, and then in this case they will get the benefits, yeah, such as we try to make the some incentive to them, yeah, and then getting the incentive such as a point, then they can try to expense the point by buying something in the marketplace. So based on the daily basis activity using the public transportation, then they can use that point to buy something in the marketplace. This is our team, dan Natalisa Piwanas, Elsa Andini Mardika, Adrian Randi Pratama, M. Noval Muasi, Eric Adrian Randi Pratama, and me, Harko Leslie Hendrik Pitwanas. So this is all my students. They try to make a group, try to look at what become the problem in our country, how they learn, how their knowledge, particularly the information in computer science, how to give the contribution regarding with the problem with particularly for traffic jams in Jakarta. So if we look at here, this is the introduction. This is the city of Jakarta, yeah, as a capital city. If you look at here, this is the Java Islands here. If you look at the big map in Indonesia, Jakarta is near the source of the what we call the Sea Java. This is the upside we call the Sea Java. So there's a lot of parts of the Jakarta as the capital. Yeah, there's a five sub-district in Jakarta, such as West Jakarta, North Jakarta, and Center Jakarta. There's a five. Yeah. And then we have East Jakarta, such as like that. We have five sub-district there. Yeah. So the number of vehicle in DKI Jakarta was based on Central Bureau of Statistics of DKI Jakarta, but we got the 2019 data, yeah, with the total 11,839,931, yeah. So this is all the number of vehicles, yeah, where 2,805 and 989 is a car, yeah. And then we have a bus, 219,5, 370 bus, yeah. Sorry, and we have a truck, yeah, 543, 970 trucks, yeah. And of course, this is the big problem. We have a motorcycle. Even the motorcycle we have just only pass for equal for the two peoples, yeah. or sometimes they can go by themselves for the motorcycles. Yeah, there are 8,119,4,590 motorcycles. So this is the big problem to make the traffic jam in Jakarta. Yeah, particularly like I said, in the morning or after office or before the school or office. Yeah. And of course, we look at as well for the area of City Jakarta. We have 991.5 kilometers squares. Yeah, this is the area of Jakarta. And of course, we in this Jakarta, based on the data from the Central Bureau of our Statistics in DKI Jakarta, we have 10,770,000. Yeah. But if you look at it, sometimes this has become crowded as well because some other people who live in suburbs such as Bekasi, Depok, Tangerang, they stay in the suburban city, yeah, the city that around the Jakarta, then they travel by bus, they travel by car, but anything, the vehicles, yeah. Including even in Jakarta, we have already mass rapid translations, yeah. We are already busway, this can make some connection, but there is some traffic jam such as like this. But at the end of the day, there will become a problem as well where some other driver they try to not knowledge about the uh, traffic regulations, yeah, but not try to pass the red light or something like that, yeah. So this is the population density, 16,704 people per kilometer square, yeah. So this is the problem, like I said, yeah, heavy traffic jam on hours of departure and return from school and office, yeah, between 7 to 10 a.m. and 4 to 7 p.m. Yeah, so this is always become a problem. And there's some problem as well where the people there's always parking, yeah, in everywhere. They they like it. They never thinking about their regulations. Sometimes the government as well they try to using uh, the governments, yeah, the people that are assigned by the government try to look at what become the problem where they try to parking in the shoulder of the road, yeah. Sometimes they can sellings, yeah, on the shoulder of road. So this has become a problem and will be increased for this traffic jam as well, particularly in the area where there is a market there, yeah, public market. So there's become chaos as well sometimes, yeah. So the idea is our research try to reducing using private vehicles, yeah. So like I said, we try to reduce, and then they will give the incentive, yeah, as a point for reducing use of the private vehicle. Of course, we try to make some the equation how to calculation each of the person they using the public transportation. Of course, this becomes something like the benefit for them, yeah. As long as they're using the public transportation, then they will get some point for them, and then they can try to expand their point for buying something here. But not just only for buying something, they can try to donate to some other local organizations, yeah, local charity in what we call try to combine in the applications, yeah. So this is the design, our designs. Yeah. We're using the use case and class diagram. As you already know, use case diagram and class diagram, this is the part of UML, Unified Modeling Language. Is the tool that we can try to combine, try to model the designs, yeah, particularly for example, for the use case diagram. This is how to figure out about the business process, yeah. Sometimes some other people as well, they're using the business use case, try to look at what the current system, but this is, we talk about the to be system, what become the purpose, yeah. So in this case, we try to look at become 6 use case activity. We have the registrations, yeah, login, select transportations, scan barcode, count point, and change points, yeah. So in this case, the registration, of course, before we using the application, we hope all the people, yeah, not just only for the Jakarta people, but for those of all the people that want to get benefit, yeah, using this application. So they should be do the registration, but it should be connect for the only for the Indonesian citizen, where they should have what we call the NIK, yeah, or the National Indonesian Identification. So they have to input their data such as name, address, gender, birth, yeah. But we try at the next step, we try to connect our registration to the government, and then we can collect the data, yeah, just only using they put the NI key or the Indonesian citizen identification. Then we can try to retrieve data from the database of the government. And of course we need the in the future we try to get the some what we call the data of for its identifications as a biometric, such as a face recognition or fingers. Yeah. So in this case, we try to increase the extensions of our application or the security, where the people that try to use that application, they should do the registration or just only the right person that use the applications. Yeah, based on the biometric identification. And then of course we have a login here. Of course, after the registration, people can do the login. Yeah, they should do the login. And for the first time, we try to using the username and the password for enter the system, where the people they can recognize the username and the password, then they can enter. Otherwise, they have to recognize with their email address to recognize. So I remember in the registration as well, they should enter the email address for the communications, yeah, regarding with the email or password or something when they forget, yeah. For the next features, we try to extend the security to enter the system using biometric as well. They can using the face recognition. They can use the fingerprint, yeah, to enter the system. Yeah. And then the select transportation before they onboard the transportation. Yeah, we try to apply the some reader scan barcode in each the transportations. Yeah, and then they can do the scan barcode here. Yeah, they have to do the stack transportation, what kinds of the transportation that they use. Yeah, and then when they on board, they should scan the barcode. Yeah, and then at the end of the day, this become the counting. Yeah, how many they travel. Which in our formula, in our equation, we try to disperse. Yeah, particularly in peak times, yeah, when the people they're running out, they try to go to office before the office or before the schools, yeah, this become a peak time, yeah. So we have tried to look at the benefit for using the public transportation. We try to increase the points, yeah. Otherwise, when they're off peak, we don't try to using many points rather than on the peak times, yeah. So this is the equation for countings of the points, yeah. And then after that, they can change the points, yeah, where they try to expand their point by something or something like that. Yeah. So this is the use case, try to design to model the system, the proper system. And then this is the class diagram. We try to model of, if we look at the class diagram, there's some what we call the uh, control class, and then we have that the screen plus or something like that. Yeah, but in here we try to look at the data class. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, boundary class. But the boundary class, this is for the view for the purpose of the print screens. Yeah. But in this case, I try to use the class diagram to design the model of the database. Yeah. But this is just only beginning. Yeah. Where if we look at here, the user, the class users. Yeah. This is the attribute that they belong to the user, ID, username, etc. Yeah. And then they have the category. They should enter, choose what the category that they try to route, and then they try to make the order here. Yeah. This is automatically will be try to set up become the order where try to alight to the or to on board on the transportations. Yeah, and then of course they can cancel the status when they try to not to continue the registrations. Yeah, and then based on order they can do the payment here. Yeah, they can do the payment. Yeah, what kinds of the status. Of course we try to combine with some public financial technology such as in Indonesia we have Fofo, Dana. Yeah, this is a part of the financial technology. And then of course we have a history here, and then we have a point reward. So hopefully at the end of the day, at the future, we try to using that point as well to using the payment for rights the public transportation as well. So this is the design for the class diagram. So in this case, we have 7 tables database. Yeah, but we try to make more better in the future. So it will be better for the implementation as well. And this is the UI that become the representation for our implementation. We try to implement with mobile application. Yeah, this is the main menu. It's very simple for temporary, where there's a category, the history, and the point. Yeah, and for the sign up, they should enter the name, yeah, gender, date of birth, phone number, email, password. Yeah, and then this will be used when they do the login. Yeah. And then when they try to like the transportation or on board the transportation, they should choose between the online transportation or general. So this is the we try to connect with the online transportation, yeah, such as Grab or Jack in Indonesia. We got these main 2 online transportations here. And the general transportation, this is a public transportation as well. So when they try to like the transportation, they use the transportation, they can try to use which ones, yeah. But this is the just only the option because in the online transportation, they have a different uh, type how to running the schedule or something like that. And then after they onboard the transportation, they should scan the barcode here. Yeah. So at that point, they will get some benefit points, yeah, or even something. In the future, we try to cooperation with the main business, yeah, or the small medium enterprise, there where they can sell with the advertising thing. They can sell the discounts, yeah, or anything that they try to buy, to sell something about their product or their services. Yeah. And then this is the history of the using the public transportations, yeah, where they using the online transportation, where they're using, let's say, on 13 May 2019, 10 May 2019, etc. So this is will be shown about the using the public transportation. And then we got the point reward as well. Yeah. So we got the some, like I said, we try to collaborate with the main business so they can get the some discounts such as like the discount 50% or 10%. Yeah. Of course they have a point. Yeah. We got the 4,500 points, so they can try to expand something in the marketplace. Yeah. So we have tried to make a collaboration as well with the current marketplace, such as in Indonesia, we have already known about the Lazada, Blibli, Tokopedia, Shopee. There's a lot of marketplace in Indonesia. Yeah. So this is my presentation. Thank you for listening the presentation. I hope this our research regarding with the using the public transportation to combine with the marketplace in order to try to reduce the number of traffic jams. Yeah, when we try to increase the number of people to using the public transportation, and at the end of the day, we try to encourage the people to use the public transportation, and we hope that based on that they will get benefit, yeah, with the point. Then they expand the point by something, by the something in the marketplace, or they can try to donate to other charity place, yeah. Okay, thank you for listening my presentation. Thank you.